Liverpool's clash with Southampton may have ended with the usual drama of goals and intensity, but much of the post-match conversation was dominated by the incident involving Hugo Ekitike. The young forward's red card sparked widespread speculation, with several outlets claiming the club had punished him by docking 2 weeks' wages. Such rumours quickly fueled debates over whether Liverpool had acted too harshly, especially given Ekitike's relative inexperience. Yet manager Arne Slot firmly dismissed the story, making it clear that no financial sanction had been imposed. Instead, Slot chose to focus on the human side of the game, emphasising understanding, growth, and the reality that players, no matter their age, can make mistakes. By standing up for his player, Slot not only protected Ekitike's confidence, but also highlighted a culture within Liverpool that values support and development over rigid punishment, setting the stage for a much deeper discussion. Arne Slot's clarification about Hugo Ekitike's situation offers a revealing glimpse into his management philosophy and the culture he aims to foster at Liverpool. In an era where discipline is often equated with financial penalties or strict sanctions, Slot's approach stands out as refreshingly humane. By refusing to impose a fine on Ekitike, he signals that mistakes, while undesirable, are an essential part of growth, particularly for young players trying to establish themselves at one of the world's most demanding clubs. His words underline the importance of perspective. A red card may disrupt a match, but it does not define a player's character or potential. Slot clearly views Ekitike as more than just a footballer. He sees him as a young man learning to cope with pressure, responsibility, and expectations, and that recognition is invaluable in a professional environment. The manager's defence of Ekitike also reflects a broader theme in modern football, the shift from authoritarian rule to player-centred leadership. Slot's emphasis on empathy is not a sign of weakness, but rather a strategic choice that builds loyalty and trust. He pointed out that Ekitike immediately apologised to his teammates, acknowledging his mistake without hesitation. That act of accountability is itself a form of discipline, one that arguably carries more weight than any monetary punishment. By allowing Ekitike to confront his error naturally, Slot ensures the lesson is absorbed without resentment. Moreover, he reminded everyone that at Liverpool, mistakes do not automatically bring penalties. Instead, they present opportunities for learning and redemption. This stance contrasts with how some clubs have historically handled disciplinary matters. In the past, fines were often seen as the default method to maintain order, but such measures can alienate players and reduce their willingness to take risks on the pitch. Slot, however, prioritises psychological safety, making sure that his players feel supported even when they falter. For a young signing like Ekitike, who is still building his identity in English football, this vote of confidence could be crucial. Slot's remarks make it clear that while the red card was not a clever decision, it was not catastrophic either. By minimising the damage in public, he shields Ekitike from being scapegoated, which in turn strengthens team unity. The Dutch manager went even further, highlighting Ekitike's qualities as a person. He described him as one of the warmest and most polite individuals at the club, someone whose character has earned admiration from staff and teammates alike. These words carry weight because they remind fans and media that footballers are not defined solely by their mistakes on the pitch. Ekitike's reputation as a respectful and positive presence off the field enhances the credibility of Slot's defence. It also shows how leadership extends beyond tactical decisions. It is about nurturing individuals, recognising their humanity, and fostering an environment where they can thrive without fear of excessive reprisal. Looking ahead, Slot acknowledged the immediate consequences of Ekitike's suspension. He admitted that the incident might have a short-term impact, especially in terms of squad rotation and attacking options. Yet he quickly shifted focus to the opportunities this creates for others, particularly Federico Chiesa. Slot praised Chiesa's performance in the previous match and suggested that the Italian winger would likely feature more prominently, possibly stepping in from the bench. This demonstrates Slot's pragmatic side. While he offers compassion to Ekitike, he is also quick to adapt tactically, ensuring that the team remains competitive despite setbacks. The balance between empathy and pragmatism is a hallmark of effective modern coaching. Another important point raised by Slot concerned Alexander Isak's workload. He noted that asking the striker to play a full 90 minutes in the next fixture might be excessive, depending on the intensity of the match. This candid admission reveals the manager's keen awareness of player welfare, another recurring theme in his leadership style. Instead of pushing his squad to exhaustion, he recognizes the need for careful management of fitness levels. By publicly addressing these considerations, Slot signals to both players and fans that Liverpool's strategy is not just about winning at all costs, but also about sustainability over the long season. From a tactical perspective, these comments also provide insight into Liverpool's adaptability. With Ekitike unavailable, Chiesa ready to step up, and Isak potentially limited, Slot must balance his attacking resources carefully. Rather than framing this as a crisis, he views it as an opportunity to test the squad's depth. That confidence reflects not only his trust in individual players, but also his belief in the collective spirit of the team. His ability to manage such situations calmly and transparently reassures fans that Liverpool are in steady hands, even when complications arise. What stands out most in Slot's remarks is the broader philosophy they reveal. Football, in his view, is not a rigid system where mistakes are punished mechanically. It is a human endeavour where growth comes through experience, support and resilience. By refusing to punish Ekitike, Slot reinforces a culture that values character and development. By emphasizing team spirit and highlighting the opportunities created for other players, he shows a commitment to balance and adaptability. And by acknowledging the physical demands on his squad, he demonstrates foresight and responsibility. This holistic approach may well be one of the reasons Liverpool entrusted him with the job in the first place. In summary, Slot's handling of the Ekitike incident offers lessons that extend far beyond Liverpool. It illustrates how effective leadership in football today is about more than tactics or discipline. It is about empathy, communication, and perspective. His comments resonate because they align with the evolving expectations of modern footballers who seek not only guidance, but also understanding. In defending his young striker, Slot has set a tone that could define his tenure at Liverpool. A culture of trust, resilience, and unity that allows players to grow without fear, even in the face of mistakes. Arne Slot's response to the controversy surrounding Hugo Ekitike is a reminder that football is as much about leadership and culture as it is about tactics and results. By refusing to impose a fine, he demonstrated a style of management that prioritizes human connection and long-term development over short-term discipline. In doing so, he not only protected a young player's confidence, but also reinforced a message to the entire squad. Mistakes are part of the journey, and growth comes from how you respond to them. This approach creates an environment where players can take responsibility without fear, and where unity is strengthened rather than fractured by moments of adversity. Looking ahead, Liverpool will inevitably face bigger challenges than a single red card, but Slot's calm and empathetic handling of this situation bodes well for the future. It shows a manager who understands the importance of balance between accountability and forgiveness, pragmatism and empathy, discipline and trust. For fans, this episode should inspire confidence not only in the squad's ability to adapt, but also in the character of the man leading them. In the end, what matters most is not the mistake itself, but the resilience that follows, and under Slot, Liverpool look well prepared to embrace that philosophy.